We are live. It is the Hangover review for Chelsea 5, Everton 0. I'm going to step away for now because Lawrence has asked to lead the stream. So you know what? I'm going to let Lawrence do the leading from here. So, yeah, fire away, mate. Off you go. Lawrence, you're in charge. I can put my feet up and answer your questions. Do as you please.
All right, mate. Good to have you back. Welcome back to 100% Chelsea. So who we've obviously got on today is Louis. As you can see, he's done my intro.
Hi, guys.
Whatever it is. And, the other two people are Sammy and Khalid. How are you two doing?
Hi, guys. After yesterday, I don't think anyone could be upset. Everyone's all happy and jolly.
I'm upset. I feel really bad because we didn't get half of our fan cams out because my laptop packed up. So if any of you are watching it, we are very sorry. That's the first thing I'm going to say. Feel awful. I got up the stuff that needed to go up first, then I went to go into another one. It just packed up, just didn't stop working. So we've missed the boat, and we're really sorry if your fan cam didn't get that. But make sure you come at the Spurs next. So obviously, make sure you come and speak to us at Spurs if we absolutely batter them. Hopefully, fingers crossed, touch wood, and we'll definitely have some fan cams ready for you then. But yeah, carry on, Lawrence.
Well, thankfully we did get out the Michael Bullock interview. So if you haven't seen that, go check that out because it's fucking incredible. But yeah, talking about the game, obviously that was one hell of a performance, wasn't it? I mean, in my preview, I said we were probably, I was confident. I thought we were going to win, but I never thought we were going to better them like we did. We completely dominated them. What were your general sort of thoughts on the game, before going into details? Start with, Sammy then.
I personally think that was probably our best performance of the season. We defended so well. It was constantly attacking. Everton had one shot, and that wasn't even on target. One shot.
Was it even a shot?
These stats
Did it count as a shot?
Yeah, but it wasn't on target.
Was that Ross Barkley's free kick? Sorry to cut you off. That was Ross Barkley, wasn't it?
I think so. I think that's the only time I saw Courtois move. So to say you only have one shot, that's a stat I only see when I play Khalid on FIFA. Premier League, that is amazing. That is amazing.
See, Khalid doesn't even have a shot against me on FIFA. I'm just better than him.
Yeah.
But it's fine. It's like bullying. But anyway. But yeah, actually, speaking of Khalid, he's back. What do you think, Khalid?
Well, I thought it was a good performance, obviously. Clean sheet, 5 goals. Nothing that you can fault. Yeah. Just want to continue it on from there.
You want to continue it on? Did you hear that as well, Lars?
Continue it on.
He wants to continue it. He wants to continue it on.
I'm just not going to get into that.
Jesus Christ, 6-1. That's horrible. Makes me...
So, what are you saying then? Be creative. Say something we haven't heard yet.
I can't. It was good. Yeah, yes, you know what? It was good, but you know how I love to pick holes and everything. So let me just play devil's. Let me play devil's advocate for. I don't know, my watch is a bit loose. Let me play devil's advocate for a couple of seconds. Diego Costa yesterday, as great as he was, and as great as the whole team was, absolutely fantastic. There were a few opportunities which he should have scored.
Yeah.
Is that fair?
He missed a lot.
Yeah, no, it is fair. Well, the only one I personally can think of that he really just should have done better with is late in the second half when Oscar played him through and he was pretty much one-on-one with the keeper. Then he sort of got stuck under his feet and Williams put that tackle in. I felt like he really should have scored that one. But the others, his bicycle kick, he pretty much did as well as he could have. Decent save, and he just couldn't get it in the corner of the goal. And after that Pedro turn, probably should have scored, but it's not one that every striker has to score. He did score anyway, so it's a bit harsh, mate.
It is harsh, but you know what? It's just a case of if you're a world-class striker, you'd be expected to finish those. I mean, it's the basic stuff, like sort of, if you go far post, go in the bottom corner. It's more difficult for the keeper. If you go near post, go up in the top corner. It's stuff like that which he's capable of, but he's not doing it. And he seems, like you're saying, the ball gets caught under his feet. And it seems to keep happening. But the big thing here is, if he can improve his finishing, he could easily be one of the best strikers about at the minute. As it stands, he's the best at the Prem, isn't he? He scored all the goals. But, if he were to finish all these goals or finish these chances and get goals, I think potentially, Diego Costa he's got an edge to him. I just dread to think what will happen if we lose him or any of the other players.
So what do you two think? Bit harsh what Louis said, or do you agree?
No, I do agree with him because, he's scoring a lot. He scored, I think, 9 now.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is great for us. We haven't had a striker that's been scoring for many games in a
9
row for a long time. Since Drogba, yeah. But, so, he's scoring. He is on form. He's doing good. But I still think he's not at his best. I still think he misses a lot. And I think he could be scoring the double amount of what he's got now. Because he's had a lot of chances in the past 4 games. So I think, even though 9's amazing, I still think from the chances he had, he could have had about 12 at least. So I think Louis 100% right.
Khaled?
She could be parrot what I'm going to say. Exactly. I feel the same way about Drogba. About Drogba. Costa. Because me and Samuel was talking about this yesterday, and we just felt exactly the same, that we haven't had a quality striker since when we got Drogba, So if he continues on, he could finish top goal scorer.
Are you resting your head on Sammy's shoulder?
No.
It looks like it.
It looks like it, but
You look like you're a very, really cute couple. It's a bit strange.
he's a bit in front of me and I'm just behind.
The way you got defensive. No, we're not. Right. I've just seen, Lawrence, do you want to go before we carry on? I think there's been a few questions on the chat. I'm not sure. Lawrence is dead.
Yeah, I am. I think my internet is messing up a little bit.
While Lawrence sorts out his internet, shall I take the lead?
Yeah.
Yeah, all right, okay. Let's have a look at these questions. This one's been directed at me, but let's see. I've had to take my feet down. It's really comfy as well. Okay, wow. Digbyajaya Pradhan. Sorry if I've butchered your name, mate. Do you think David Luiz is not so good when he and he has mistaken him, but he has also been a rock in our defence?
Good question.
Do you think he's? I think he's all right. I think he's playing well at the minute.
For now, yeah. But I already know in the future he's going to muck up a lot. So
I think he's been a rock, though. I mean, he's been a lot. He's a prime example was yesterday. We're going up against a team which were potentially one of the strongest defences in the league, or one of the strongest teams in the league in form. And he's just, he stopped everything in his tracks. I think, David Luiz this season seems to have turned a corner and he's performing a lot better. And that might just be me.
Because Cahill had a really poor September. He made so many individual mistakes that caused goals. Everyone was like, "Oh, we should drop him," etc. And look at him now. Both, but the pair of them, Luiz and Cahill, they've been a rock. They've been a wall.
Even after the crowd.
So I think, actually, Luiz has impressed me. I think that formation, it helps everyone.
Yeah.
And because look at Courtois, he wasn't really happy. He couldn't get a clean sheet, so that formation's benefited him as well. So I think individually it's made people more confident.
Okay. That's fair enough. Next one's when will Zuma be fit? Well, he's fit now. Top form, I don't know. You can't really make a judgment of that.
Yeah, because yes, I love Luiz. I mean, not Luiz, Zuma. And I do believe he should start being a starting 11. But the only problem is our defence has been so solid at the moment. 5 games with a clean and 5 clean sheets. Who do you drop? Because why would you drop someone if the defence is going really well?
If you were going to drop anybody, I'm just trying to picture this in my head now. And thinking of the options we could potentially have available next season. If you were to drop anybody, you would drop Cahill, I reckon. Yeah. I think
Drop him now.
It's tough. It's tough to say. Like, I would consider dropping Cahill, but I mean that's only if Zuma's going to come in and make have a wonder. He's going to be just amazing. He's like almost like a wonder season. See, lots of people in this chat are agreeing with us as well. There's 3 people that said Cahill. Zuma has to earn his spot if Cahill is playing fine. Don't change the system. Sika Gaz Nation to Gaz Nation. Yeah, that's true. I mean, you don't want to change a winning formula. That's something which people should live by. Oh wow, this is good. Sika Gaz Nation has said someone else as well. Are you ready for this? Conte is having such a great impact on Chelsea. I think we should bring back Shevchenko and Torres because he's bringing back players from the dead. Oh, that's good. Yeah. Right.
Look how poor Cahill was in September. Costa and Hazard wasn't that great last season. And look at them now.
Yeah, that's true. Right, guys, I'm just going to, while I'm talking, I'm just going to quickly send another link to Lawrence because basically saying that he can't come on the stream. So I'll send another link. But obviously yesterday, 5-0. Huge result for us. What do you consider the like we were talking about yesterday? Is it a result which is there's another 100% Chelsea?
There
what?
Is. Hello, it wouldn't otherwise.
Okay, right, that works. But yeah, obviously going into the season, teams. But you made me forget what I was saying. Loz.
Sorry.
Jesus. Oh, God, what was I saying? Can someone put in the comments what I was saying? I'm really tired as well. It's been a long weekend and a long week. Obviously, yeah, the team this season is strong. It's competitive. I've seen a comment asking, what if Kante and Matic get injured? How do you think this will affect our results? Obviously, you don't change the winning formula if it's working, but...
Yeah. We're relying on a lot of players, so yeah, it is dangerous for the long run. And even Costa, we've only got Batshuayi. He can possibly get injured as well.
Well, I think Batshuayi is a decent little striker. I like Batshuayi. You can play Hazard as there.
Great,
but put Pedro on the left and then put Willian on the right.
I want to say Batshuayi is a leader. Yeah, he will be in the future. I'll give him a few seasons. He will be a world class, but at the moment he's not. Nowhere near as good as Costa, so we can't really rely on him.
Yeah.
And if they both get injured, we're screwed.
Yeah, what do you think about... That's a weird note. Hold on. Give me a second, guys. Hold on.
Let me just speak anyway. So my views on that, obviously, we do a little bit limited with the squad that we have at the moment. Yeah. Simply because we pretty much only have our starting 11, which is really, really good. As you can see from our result against West Ham, we did make 7 substitutions against them, but it was still a good team actually that played against them, West Ham. So you can see that it's pretty much just the first 11 plus 2, 3, 4 that are properly used to that new formation and are properly, working it. I mean, you get Chalobah there, if Matic gets injured, if Kante gets injured, it will not be the exact same, but depending on who the opposition is, I think we should be fine. And, Zuma is pretty much back now after the international break. He will probably be in the squad, so an injury to a defender won't be that big of a deal anymore, thankfully. But yeah, you're definitely right about the striker, but then again, who's got a one-to-one replacement for their striker? City don't. Well, I mean, yes, Iheanacho is good, but he's not Aguero. Barcelona don't, Real Madrid don't. Nobody really does. So I think if your main striker gets injured, every team in the world will have a problem. So I think that's just something we're going to have to deal with. And in that sense, thankfully, we don't have European football because if you only play once a week, you're much less likely to pick up injuries from tiredness, whether there's hamstring injuries or something. Of course, you can still break your leg or something in a game. Or in training as well, but a hamstring injury, any muscular injuries are, less likely if you only play one game a week and not 3 every week. So that's probably helpful, but we definitely do need to sign a few players in January, especially wing backs, in my opinion, and a striker.
I agree. If Kante or Matic do get injured, I do think that'd be a good opportunity for Loftus-Cheek or Mikel to come back in.
I think Mikel's almost not. He's almost a like for like replacement of Kante, where it's someone who's a defensive midfielder and clears stuff up.
But
But
Mikel hasn't even been in the squad once yet this season, I think. He's not going to come in as first. It's going to be Chalobah ahead of him, that's for sure.
yeah, well, that's what I would do. But I'm saying if you brought in Mikel, it would work. I mean, we're in between two international breaks. I don't think we've had a single injury.
Yeah, we do. Steski's injured.
I don't know who's injured.
Or was injured. Fabregas was injured.
Yeah, but Fabregas isn't playing. I'm talking about the team which is playing.
Okay.
I think that Chalobah would come in his first choice, but I think Mikel could do a job in terms of a central midfielder. But I got Callum Hurst in chat that says Mikel hasn't got the legs. He does make a good point with that.
What I feel like, though, is the two centre mids right now in Matic and Kante, they sort of interchange of who's going forward and who's staying back. And, if need be, and if one of them picks up an injury, you could play Fabregas or Chalobah next to him. And then, either Kante or Matic, whoever's still fit, will stay back all game. And then Fabregas is the one going forward. Obviously, it's not the perfect solution. But right now, Matic is has got second most assists in the league behind De Bruyne. So, he's been going forward a lot. But then again, Kante, he probably should be on 4 goals already and he scored 1. So you could clearly see that they're both going forward at times and one of them stays back. So if you just make one of them stay back all the time, I guess you could play someone like Fabregas in, depending on the opponent, of course, like against Man City, that probably wouldn't work so well. But I don't know, against Sunderland or whoever, that would probably work just fine.
Well, Sunderland have gone in and beaten Bournemouth 2-1 yesterday, got their first win of the season.
Yeah, but, that doesn't mean that they're going to be better than us.
Well, no, it doesn't necessarily mean that, but it could mean that potentially, anyone could beat anybody in this league. Bournemouth have not been beaten at home since the beginning of the season. That was the first time they were beaten at home, and it was Sunderland, a team which everyone has already written off. Now, Sunderland have a habit of bouncing back.
They were lucky, really, really lucky.
But they were, but they still won. No one's going to remember how lucky they were. They're going to look at it and go, right, this team got 3 points. They're not going to remember how lucky they were.
Yeah, but they've got 5 out of 11 now, so I don't know. I wouldn't really worry about playing Sunderland. Anyway, that's not the point I was trying to make. I'm just saying against, let's say, a bit lesser opponent with Fabregas in the team would work as well, in my opinion.
I don't think he's got the legs. I think Fabregas and Oscar are on the way out. Oscar was incredibly lightweight when he came on yesterday. Incredibly lightweight.
Fabregas in that CDM position. He's not a winger. He hasn't got the legs to be on the wing, and he's not really defensive minded. So, I would consider selling him. Yeah, and he's too big of a player to be on loan as well. What do you guys think?
No players too big to go on loan, are they?
But what was the point in loaning out Fabregas? We're not going to change the system next year. Yeah. So what's the point in loaning him out? Either you keep him and play him, or you sell him.
Yeah. Well, I mean, as a player, he can change something, and he's proven that against West Ham. He's proven that against Watford.
I think it's a player we definitely need to keep in the squad if we're trailing.
Yeah.
Yeah, true. It does add a different quality to the team.
Yeah, and that's what you want with second options. You want a different choice.
Yep.
And he does bring that to the table. The issue with that though is he can't play in a 3-4-3 because he doesn't have the legs. He just doesn't.
True. But if you looked at last season, it didn't look Matic had the legs. You know what I'm saying?
True.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
What I'm saying is we have yet to find out how that formation deals with being, trailing in a game. Against West Ham, fair enough, different players that were on the pitch, but when we were trailing, it wasn't really working. It was similar things that happened against Arsenal happened again. There was too big of a gap between the defenders and the midfielders. So we'll have to wait and see how that actually works when we're not winning. Because, over pretty much the last 5 games, we've been leading 2-0 by the end of the first half. So that's very different to play. We can be solid, we can hit the other teams on the counter, but when we actually need a goal, especially against a team that will sit back a lot, even though Everton sat back a lot and we, got through, but when they're leading, that will sit back even more. So, and in that case, I think a player like Fabregas is simply needed to break them down. Because if we're leading, there's no point in. Of course, we don't want to throw away all of our stability. But if we need to win a game, we need a player like Fabregas to create that bit more chances than we do right now.
Yeah, that's fair enough. I agree with that. Boys?
Yeah, he basically said everything I would have said. I do agree how he sees on it.
Sweet. All right then. Okay.
So while I was gone, what have you talked about?
Literally, we've just been answering questions. Can we get some more, please, guys? Because it'd be interesting to.
Someone said about William.
Spoke about William.
As he lost his form.
I don't think he's lost his form. I think that he's
Outplayed.
He was ill yesterday. That's why he wasn't in the squad.
He's been but I mean,
even last week he could have played. He didn't start. I think Moses and Pedro have actually earned their spot. I don't know what you think, but I honestly think Moses and Pedro, because Pedro's got about 4 or 5 assists, and Moses has been amazing. He's actually proven why he should start. And William, even though he's a great player, William didn't actually. He's not played as good as them.
Well, William's a player that could play as a wing back if we don't have the option. I think he's lost his place because that team, like we said, if it's working, you don't change it. But I think William is a player that could play as a wing back because he's an engine. He's a workhorse. He goes up and down the wing like no one's business.
And he's good at defending.
He does, but is he as good in the tackle as Moses is? He's not. That's what I'm worried about, depending on the opposition, of course. Because that's why I wouldn't play. That's why I think that's what his main problem is right now. Because going forward, he's just too slow and he's not direct enough. He's great on the ball. We all know that, but he always slows the game down, and he always slows the game down that little bit too much. And when Pedro, like he did with that Costa chance that he should have put away, that turn, William would never make the turn. He would, control the ball, lay it off to someone in the middle, and then make a slow run. But he wouldn't turn around and just straight go and just try to create something himself. He always slows it down. So that's why I think he probably won't replace in the starting 11 Pedro. And, whether he's fit as a wing back, I guess Antonio Conte knows, I guess.
Yeah. Fair enough. In Azuma Jags, it says, what do we think of Arsenal? What do you think of shit?
Arsenal.
Thank you.
That's all right.
Is that all right?
Yeah, sweet. All right, that's cool. Have you got any more questions, guys? Because if not, I think should we wrap up there, lads? I mean,
I think we should just appreciate how good Hazard was yesterday. It was just magical.
I mean, yeah, he was.
Like I actually didn't know his best goal tally for Chelsea so far in the league was 14, and that was in the season we won the league. Actually, the one before he had 14 as well, and he's now already on 7 after 11 games. So if he can keep any sort of form like he's been showing right now up, he will surpass his best goal tally. And, if we've got Costa keeping scoring and scoring 20-25 goals this season, and Hazard with 20 goals, what is to stop us? Seriously, what is to stop us?
It's true, but you can't. I think you can't sustain this sort of form for too long. I don't think it's impossible to sustain this.
Modern football, you can't be unbeatable, etc. There's always
No, of course not.
It's going to be a bad game.
I think that was Hazard's best performance in a Chelsea shirt, though.
Possibly with Newcastle when he scored his hat-trick.
Yeah, that as well. That's true. But EVB's asked. I think this can be the last question. What do you guys think about teams? Because it's a big one. It's spoken about other teams switching to the 3-4-3. Everton did it yesterday, and so did Spurs.
West Ham do play usually 3 at the back.
West Ham as well.
Yeah, West Ham. What I feel like about Everton yesterday, that they didn't. I mean, on the sort of on paper, it was a 3 at the back, but what they actually did was play a Christmas tree formation. They played 5-3-2. They played Bolasie and Lukaku up front together. They didn't have wingers because that's why Morales didn't start the game. And then Coleman, and then what's the Oviedo, wasn't he?
Yeah.
They sort of wanted to play their wing backs, but they didn't. Maybe whether that was down to us just being that good and putting them under that much pressure, so they had to stay back. I'm not sure, but it didn't look to me as they were playing 3 at the back properly. It was 5 at the back for me, especially in the first 20 minutes. That was not 3 at the back.
Okay. Well, from my seat, it was very low down, and it was behind Matthew Harding, so I couldn't really see the other end. I couldn't really get a good, decent grasp of it. But, yeah. Anyway, lads,
they're all trying it. They're all failing.
Yeah, they are, and that's how it is. But Guys, have you got anything else you want to glaze over before we wrap up?
Do you want to quickly? I don't know. Do you think we can actually win the league now? Like, not saying we will, of course.
No.
There's no reason why we can't win it. They've already won the league. They're all experienced players. We should have done better last season. We've got a good manager, good squads. The fans are very supportive. There's no reason why we can't win the league this season.
Yeah, no, I agree. I don't know. As I said before, I think we'll have to wait and find out how we do when we're trading. But if that works, just as well as it has been, when we're leading the game after 10 minutes, then there's absolutely no reason why we shouldn't be able to win the league. Like Liverpool, the only team that haven't scored against them is United. Yes, they scored 6 today, but they also conceded again. And if we keep clean sheets pretty much every single game, you don't lose if you keep clean sheets, obviously. I'm like Michael Owen here. But it's, if you don't concede, you can't lose. And that's how you win the league. We know it from the Mourinho days. Even though it's great to win 5-0, it's great to win 4-0. A 1-0 is more than fair enough. And if we play 0-0 against City, that's all right as well. And what's important is to be solid at the back, and then we can think about going forward. And that's why I feel like Liverpool, at one point this season, they don't have winners in that team. Who of their team has ever won a league anywhere? Nobody. I think nobody. I can't. Well, Mane has won it in Austria for some reason, but that doesn't really count, does it? So that's why I don't think they will keep going. Man City, they have a great team. Huh?
Alberto Moreno's won the Europa League.
All right. Good for him.
There are players that have won trophies. They are a strong side. Young Klopp's is a serial trophy winner. It's tough to say to write.
He is, but they're not winners. The team is not made of winners.
I don't know.
Yeah, but we learned a lesson last season. Look at Leicester. That's not a team that's got any experience. Then that's not a winners.
They won the
Championship. Not a Premier League winner team. I mean, guess what? They won their league. It just shows.
Yeah, but there's a championship winning team.
Yeah, but they're not a good. It's not really. They're not really a very good team. They're not the best team in England. So it's a lesson. We need to think about anything can happen in football.
That's true. I think it's a case of. It's the level of togetherness that the teams have as well. I think Jurgen Klopp's definitely inspired. I think what Chelsea Conte is Chelsea's answer to Jurgen Klopp. So the togetherness that he's enforcing, how players are playing together, how the fans are seeing these players. These are all the key three major key factors. And I think that we're definitely playing together well as a team. The manager's definitely got people coming together, and the fans are definitely cheering it on. If we're cheering the team on and there's a positive atmosphere at Stamford Bridge, and it's the same for Liverpool, if there's positivity generated, positivity breeds, creativity, the ability to do lots of different stuff. Liverpool are a team which can win the league. As much as it hurts me to say it, so are Arsenal. It's the league is so tight, you can't say who's going to win the league. We are second. We are 1 point behind. There's potential. But ask me that question come January, for January 1st. That's when you ask me that question. And then I can say... I
agree with everything you said. And there are a lot of similarities between us and Liverpool right now, other than that we don't concede and they concede every game. And that's exactly because there's so many similarities. That's why the team we have and what our team has won will make the difference. That's what the difference will be if it comes down to us and Liverpool. Not saying it will. Of course, Man City will be there. But if it does come down to us in Liverpool, because more of our players have that winning mentality, in my opinion, we'll edge them. Not saying they can't win the league. Of course not. They can. They're a great team. But if we're also, as good as them, say, come the beginning of May, that's why I think we will edge them.
Yeah, fair enough. Boys, what do you think?
Also, like you said, it's a tight league. You can't really tell. Because at the start of the season, I really thought it'd be City or United, and then as the weeks got on, United just dropped. City for some reason keep drawing, so they've not been as great as I thought they would be. We didn't have the best start, so we didn't know that we was tied to contend. And then a month later, now we're going up. City keep drawing. Liverpool going up, so it just changes every week. Like next month it could be completely different. So that's the beauty of the Premier League. So I really can't tell.
Yeah. What do you think, Khaled? Exactly the same, or you got anything to add?
Let me add. Hold on. Yeah, so I think that like right now you can't really say who's going to win, or who. But you can picture, you can see they're like from fifth upwards, they have a chance of winning the Premier League. So we just see how people perform come January and come later on in the year. And when January transfer has finished, then you'll be able to see who's actually going to push for that title. But for now, Chelsea are in a good place and just want to continue what they're doing.
It's fair. It's a decent answer.
Yeah, I agree. As long as we don't sign another Pato.
Oh, God, please don't go there. But, yeah, I think, what do you think? I think we've covered everything. There wasn't really anything to glaze over. I think we've all been doing really, really well. Chelsea's been performing well. We've done great. The international break is on its way. A quick thing, actually, over the international break, can you guys drop down in the comment section, potentially, what do you think could be some content that we could do over the international break? Because we need some ideas, because we're stuck. Because obviously we still want to generate stuff, and it's going to, otherwise the channel's going to be dead for a week. I mean, it'd be nice to have a little holiday, but quite frankly, it's important that we get some content out for you guys. There's stuff that we talk about. So obviously drop it down in the comment section when this is over, I guess, because then that way we can actually count it and see it. So that's when the comment section is born, when the broadcast is stopped, when we are offline. But yeah, have we glazed over everything, lads?
I think so.
Yeah, just let us know if you would like us to talk about international games. If that's something you want to see, I guess we can do that. Whether that's England or just looking at all our players on international duty. But yeah, as Louis said, just give us your suggestions, really.
Okay, but
don't forget to check out that Balak interview, people.
Yes, that was that. That was mad. That was crazy.
Louis' review, and then he just come out of nowhere.
It was the way you were just like, Louis, Michael Ballack. And I was like, oh, what? Oh my God, yeah, it is. Just like looking over my shoulder, like, oh my God, that's Michael Ballack. What the hell? Just like out of nowhere. It was mad. But make sure you guys check it out. But, yeah. But anyway, Laos, do you want to do the sign off, considering you're supposed to be hosting it?
Yeah, I was supposed to be. Then my internet cut out. Anyway, what I will do is I'll put the link to the review and the Michael Ballack interview. We'll put that down in the description so you can check that out once you're not watching it as a live stream anymore. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Thank you for to Louis, Sammy, and Khalid for coming on. And yeah, I just enjoyed these Hangover reviews. It's just, I don't know, just quite chilled. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. Enjoy it. And yeah, check all our social media links, which are down in the description. And yeah, say goodbye.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye, guys. Bye, Sammy. Bye, Khalid. Bye, Lawrence. Bye, guys. Take care of yourselves.
Yeah.
It's all right.
Yeah.